Hey there, and welcome to The Current. I'm your host, Justin Nguyen. On today's episode, we'll be laying down our blankets and enjoying Wilmington's shining coast as we have a chat with UNCW Sunset Club founder, Sam Grant. We also have a special segment in store for you on this festive day of filming. It's Halloween day today in the studio, so things may get a little spooky. Bo! Let's jump right in, shall we?
UNCW has a multitude of clubs to choose from, all catering to different types of interests and activities. Today, we'll be diving deeper into the new world of Sunset Club. I'm Remy Hulin, and joining us today is president and founder of the Sunset Club herself, Sam Grant. Thanks for joining us today, Sam.
Of course.
Tell me a little about yourself here at UNCW.
Yeah, so I am a junior majoring in communication studies and minoring in journalism.
Nice, that's awesome. I'm also in communication.
Hey.
So the big question, what gave you the idea to create this really cool community?
Yeah, so I came in during 2020, so peak COVID season, and it was kind of hard to find a community with everything being shut down and barely seeing anybody's face,
Yeah.
So it was a little tough, and everything is really time consuming and takes a lot of dues, the more interactive clubs. So I kind of wanted to make one that was a little bit more lenient, just so everybody could take part in it. So
Yeah, and being on the beach, social distancing was probably super easy.
Yeah, and being outside, it was just it was relaxing.
Nice.
Gives you a sec.
So this is something I've genuinely be really curious about. So how exactly does one start a club at UNCW?
Yeah, so it was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So the main thing is just going to the CAKE office, which is campus involvement, and pretty much they give you a whole list step by step of what to go through, and it's mainly submitting an idea and just kind of a purpose statement, and then you go through making the documents constitution and stuff like that, and who you want to have in your club.
Oh, so
yeah.
you put out, hey, here are my rules, regulations, and my big idea. And what did they say about it?
So it took a little bit of trial and error, just because it was kind of weird making a constitution with, the main purpose just being we watch sunsets. They wanted a little bit more, which makes sense. So that was kind of a give and take, but it was way easier, like I said, than I thought it was going to be.
Well, maybe I should just go and make a club now.
Yeah, honestly.
So how has the club been doing? Last I heard, it's been really successful.
Yeah, so when we started spring of last year. It was a little bit slower just because starting halfway through, not a lot of people knew about us. We didn't really advertise quite too much. But this past semester, this year has been really good. It's been crazy. I love seeing everyone's faces.
Yeah, I was just on Instagram the other day. I was like, hey, I need to check this out for research. And I was like, wow, 600 followers? That's a pretty big deal.
It's exciting. It's exciting. I've been looking, I'm like, whoo.
You're probably like, wow, I didn't expect this outcome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So did you expect it to be as successful as it was?
Honestly, no. I thought it was going to be more of a close-knit group, kind of people that show up every week. I didn't think people would have the time or want to dedicate the time to kind of come as much as we thought they would, but it's been really cool. And even though people don't come quite as consistently as I would thought, it's each week you see so many new faces and you get to talk to so many cool different people. So
yeah, and schedules are always changing.
Yeah.
So people are really dedicated going to be there. So estimate, how many members do you think the club has that would come maybe every week?
Yeah, so every week I'd say maybe on average 35-ish.
Wow.
But we've had really small ones where maybe 20, if that, but we've had really big ones where it's close to 70. So it kind of just varies on day, weather is a big one. And,
yeah, probably.
Schedules, of course, but.
Wow,
yeah.
70, that's pretty cool.
That's
I would
exciting.
get overwhelmed, but I would be so happy. That's so cool. So what exactly do you do at the meetings?
So we kind of have different themes for each days, or at least try to. We've done a little cookie collab where everyone brings cookies and just swaps them. It's very cute. And then we do hammock, hangouts at the pier, and then sometimes we do collabs with like other beach clubs on campus too.
What other kind of beach clubs?
We've hung out with surf, scuba, and sailing mainly.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's so cool. I didn't even know there was a scuba or sailing club.
Now you know,
so
now you know.
The more you know. That's awesome. So where do you meet? Does the location change every meeting, or?
Yeah, so it's pretty much almost always on Wrightsville Beach.
Easiest place to get to.
Of course. Location kind of varies, whether it's at the pier or like an access with like a big enough parking lot for everybody, but mainly Wrightsville Beach. So.
Cool. I mean, Wrightsville's the place to go usually. I mean,
Yeah.
Carolina's nice, but it's
Far.
really far out there.
Yeah.
So, say I want to join Sunset Club, because at this point I kind of want to do.
You
so
should.
if anybody at home probably wants to join too, how do I do that? How do I join?
Yeah, so it's pretty easy. You basically you can either come without joining the roster and just kind of check it out, or you can go on Wavelink and kind of join from there. And then you just start showing up. We put you in the group meet, you get announcements, everyone's up to date. But yeah, you just come. And that's as easy as that.
That sounds really simple and fun. That's awesome. So this has been great. So could you actually show us some of the favorite pictures that you've taken? Because that Instagram has some really pretty pictures.
Yeah,
I'd
it's
love
all
to
sunsets.
See. Yeah,
Come
I'd love to
on.
see what beauty you guys see out there
Yeah.
on those meetings. So we actually have some of those here today. Could you tell us about some of these?
Yes. So this was our hammock hangout. So for this, we had everybody try to bring like some type of chair or hammock if they had it. And then we met at the pier and had everybody kind of string them up. And this was kind of like a before picture. We actually had like some trailing all the way down, like even further into the water over the pier. So it was really fun.
Was the water cold?
It actually wasn't that bad. It was like one of those weird like warm days, even though it's like October, but yeah, it was really fun.
That looks really relaxing.
Oh yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, so this was like almost, I want to say last month. It didn't have a theme. It was mainly advertised as being like one of the last warmer days, so everybody come and like swim while you still can. So some people brought swimsuits. It actually ended up being like way colder than we thought it was gonna be. So we're like, oh. But yeah, the sunset, this one was probably one of the more prettier ones, I'd say, in my opinion.
It's beautiful.
I feel like the picture. Yeah, the picture doesn't do it justice, but
I kind of want to know what's going on right here with all, like, there's somebody's falling. Look, are they taking a picture? Or
So we have, the great thing about Sunset Club is a lot of people come like alone, but people come in like their little friend groups too. So you see like a lot of little cliques, and everyone loves to take pictures, as they should. And then also it's really cool because everyone always like tags us, so we get to see like the meeting, so everyone's like point of view, which is kind of cool. So actually I like have that picture too because they tagged us in it. So
how
it's kind
neat.
of cute, but yeah. Okay, so
That's nice.
this one, I know, I love this picture. So this one was a collab, the collab I was telling you about with sailing, surf, and scuba. So this one was pretty big.
So many people out
Yeah,
there. Even
and this was in the beginning too. So it more people kind of trickled in, you know, as like the meeting continued. But yeah, we had games, we had people surfing, like we had people doing like spike ball, Jenga, and then watching the sunset, of course. And then each club got to pretty much kind of tell everybody about what they do, how to sign up, and everybody was just really cool.
That's really
It was
cool.
really fun.
Like you have all these, you just go to the beach and there's so much you can do. You said Jenga,
Yeah.
surfing.
Yeah, and we
spike
had
ball.
like people trickle in, just kind of like students just going on their own to watch the sunset, and they were like, "What is going on?"
Look at all these people. Maybe I can make some friends.
And then they
you
just
know?
joined. So I was like, "Great."
Also, like you can kind of see I think it's the moon up there. It might just be a cloud
Yeah.
too, but I love
It's
the
very
colors
pretty.
here too. Like we got some really pretty skies here in Wilmington.
Yes.
Let's see
Amen
our
to
next
that.
one.
So this was another picture from the previous day, but you can kind of see our little setup. So I always bring a whiteboard with like.
Oh, I see. How cute.
Such
So
a
with the
bad little
flowers.
writing. I try to make it pretty. I try. And I get fake flowers and I stick them in the ground.
It's like a memorial.
I was like, oh, I'll get sunflowers. It'll be cool.
Nice.
But this kind of shows if you come looking for us on the beach, this is what you'll kind of look for.
Oh, that's smart.
That super big, bright yellow blanket, and then our little janky whiteboard.
Oh,
Kind of
cute.
just chilling there.
That's
but
awesome. I
Yeah.
love that. And
This
the
one was
pretty
fun.
oranges in there.
Very
Like,
pretty, very
so
pretty.
pretty.
Yeah.
Let's see our next one.
So this makes me laugh so much because I don't know if y'all can tell, but there's a cat. Because somebody brought a cat in a bag.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah,
Little
there's a
orange
cat.
tabby. How
Yeah.
cute.
But this was actually last year, so this was our first semester. So this was kind of like the consistent group that came last year. So it's super crazy looking at this picture and then like just looking at the one before it, where we've grown so much. And you could kind of see, this is our vice president, that's Ayla.
Which one?
This one right here.
Oh, okay, in the
Yeah.
front. Cool.
She's my VP.
Cool.
But yeah, so this was last year. Everyone was super sweet. I love seeing the familiar faces. A lot of people came back from last year, so it's great.
Is there anybody else in this picture besides obviously our president and our vice president that was a part of joining Sunset Club, or is just other cool members?
So we have our like secretary, which she kind of just like helped me out pretty much because you don't really need to do much paperwork or anything. But she is Jenna. She was in the one on the right with the hat, Jenna Hall.
Oh, cool. Okay, so
Yeah.
far right, next to the cat. That's
yeah,
awesome.
next to the cat. And they were actually my roommates last year, so they like played a really big role in helping me kind of figure out how to do it.
That's awesome how everybody gets along in the house and
Yeah.
a club is born. Doesn't that make you want to run out on the beach and relax? Well, Sunset Club offers all of those lovely colors in the sky for you free of charge. Is there anything else that you'd like to add, Sam?
Yeah, I would just want to tell everybody that if they're looking for something to do or honestly just a community to find, to definitely consider just popping by, no commitment, just come hang out and say hi to us and watch a sunset.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. You were
course.
incredible. Coming up next is Wave Watch, which will keep you up to date on the latest UNCW clubs and activities.
Even if you're not part of a Sunset Club, you can still enjoy watching the sunset wherever you are on your own time. Wilmington skies are better known for their vast arrays of colors in the evenings, ranging from orange, yellow, pink, purple, and blue. The best time to see the light show would be between 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Everyone enjoys the sunset differently. Maybe you want to share it with the other people. If so, head down to the south end of Riceview Beach. You will see other students and families enjoying the beach from there, as parking is more available on that end of the island. The sunset is also better because the beach wraps around to the west the further south you go. If you want a more peaceful walk, head to the north end of Riceview. Be careful though, parking is scarce. From the north end, you can walk through the marsh and enjoy the solitude found there. According to our sunset expert Sam, some beach accesses are better than others when it comes to launching out, but the best sunset is to be found looking out over the intercoastal waterway. Grab a pizza, park on the side of the road, and feast your eyes on nature's glory. Sam and Remy, back to you.
For the sake of the Halloween special this week, the game we're having today might get quite spooky and a little bit wacky. Despite how mesmerizing the sunset is, it is the last rays of light that shines on the earth before darkness reigns its dominance. And today, darkness has something that comes with it to pay us a visit. The thing. Luckily, there is a ritual that you must follow step by step to defeat the thing. This is the box of sacrifices, where we do the first part of the ritual, called Feed the Devil. You have to find 3 objects that pleases the thing's hunger. Today's menu is 2 gourds, 2 gummy worms, and a Chick-fil-A ranch dipping sauce. And you have to use these hands that we borrowed from a nice skeleton dude because the thing doesn't like humans touching its food. So are you ready, Sam?
Yes.
Then dig in!
Okay.
Remember the menu.
Gourd.
Gourd 1, found.
Gourd 2.
Gourd 2, found. It's starting to get a little dark.
Gummy
in here.
worms.
1 gummy worm.
It's true. Gummy worm.
Gummy worm 2, found. Last but not least, the Chick-fil-A
Ranch.
ranch dipping sauce. All right, the menu is complete. For the second and last part of the ritual, pay the ghost, you will need to find a message hidden in the piece of paper in the box of sacrifices. The message will tell you how to make the thing, pay for its trespass to our realm, and also for the food it just ordered. So let's find that message, Sam.
Okay.
It's getting darker.
Whoa.
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 Ooh, first beginner's luck, first try. What's it say?
Pick up the bat and fight.
You know what to do then. Oh look, I found a bat.
A bat.
Stop it before it destroys the studio.
Ah! Oh no!
Give it a good whacking. Oh, wow.
It's dead.
Sam's done it. She's destroyed the thing.
Yeah.
So, thanks for joining us today, and thank you so much for saving the studio
Of course.
from the thing.
And that's all we got for you today. Huge thank you to Sam Grant for coming to tell us about Sunset Club. You can follow the club on Instagram at UNCW_Sunset Club and click the link in the bio to join the roster. Thanks for watching and have a two-tastic day.